Don't get me wrong. I've not been paying as much attention to the book lately as I should have been, which is to say, daily at a minimum. Uh, that's not one of the commandments, but I was watching that Pastor Lauren Livingston, I think is his name, uh, pointing out that what most people probably, I mean, I can't speak for you, but he was right when he said that what is missing in most people's life is prayer. Not reading the Bible, not doing kindness, not obeying the commandments, but actually talking to God. And it's important to do that. That's what makes Christianity unique, is that it's the only religion where every single person gets to have private access to God. And it hasn't always been portrayed as such. There's been plenty of cases of high ranking clerk officials uh, selling, you know, forgiveness for sins, like people thinking they bought their way into heaven. How much did you tithe? Was it greater than this? Well, then, my son, you're forgiven. You rest at ease. You will be spending eternal, you know, in paradise. And make no doubt about it, there is no doubt about it that the church has been infiltrated for a long time by evil. It's inevitable that you put mankind in something, you've already introduced evil into it. So the object is not to get rid of evil, like to exterminate it, but rather recognize that evil is just something that exists outside of God. You know, if that sounds confusing, it's, you might have heard me say it before, but it's like darkness. I mean, unless there's light, there's going to be darkness. And God is light. And Jesus himself is, I am the light and the way. And, but anyway, sorry, the format here is scripture first. So let's do that. Isaiah 25, Songs of Deliverance. O Lord, thou art my God, I will exalt thee, I will praise thy name, for thou hast done wonderful things. Thy counsels of old are faithfulness and truth. For thou hast made of a city an heap, of a defenced city a ruin, a palace of strangers to be no city. It shall never be built. Therefore shall the strong people glorify thee, the city of the terrible nations shall fear thee. For thou hast been a strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat. When the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall. Blast of the terrible ones, that phrase catches me. Because it's easy to picture a refuge from a storm, but the blast of the terrible ones, you know, I know there's a translation element to this, but when the blast of the terrible ones, uh, the evildoers, is as a storm against the wall when they are beating, you know, to use the storm metaphor, like beating, the window panes are rattling and stuff is clanging and falling on the roof, and sometimes that's how it feels. Like I'm surrounded by the wrong thing to do, people doing the wrong thing, people insisting I also do the wrong thing. Well, sometimes it's easy to fall short and to do what you know you shouldn't. Verse 5, thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible ones shall be brought low. And to recap that, God not only has the ability to destroy a city, but even to destroy the potential